What's up? It's your boy Kevin to turn on this motherfucking YouTube shit. Wow, what the fuck?
What's up? It's your boy Kevin to turn on YouTube shit. Hey man, say man, we are lit. Let that teeth man turn. Motherfucker, day. Straight hood outside, big crip in it. Gang, straight hood outside shit, man. Free Palestine, free Congo, rush your thing and take stand fuck up. Each day is new day to be a better version of yourself. Never let somebody bring you down. Always fight back. Never let somebody tell you who you are, but also never put yourself in a position you don't belong. Let's stay humble. Let's go revolution. Keep y'all way first. Can we choose a black Hebrew Israelite as a real Jew? Let's get out here. Alright. Today, it's motherfucker day. Straight hood outside, big crip in it. Gang, straight hood outside shit, man. Turn up. Like I said, bruh, these Hollywood relationships, man, it can be hard to maintain a Hollywood relationship, man, between the paparazzi, the fame, the clout, and the money on, and the materialistic teams. In a relationship like that, bro, you gotta really be bounded to your core. Like, really have spiritual, like, faith in Yahweh. Like, you gotta be really, like, tuned in, especially when you got a lot of shit in this world, bro, because your eyes will fancy to things that a person can't supply, and that person might be right for either one of each other. So, we got DDG versus Halie Bailey. We got Dub crashing out for DDG. Dub is a crash out. We've been knowing that. That nigga been crashing out for the longest. We got some videos of what's going on with Dub and them, which is funny, hilarious. This shit is getting deep. Text messages have been released. Dub is filing for a restraining order. You know, Halie Bailey already got her issues. Let's get into it. Go ahead.
Watch what I'm saying, nigga. Nigga, weird ass shit. Stop. Bro, on some real shit, Why was you recording my mom? Fake.
You record your mom?
I'm saying, bro, you recorded my mom getting smacked. Bro, you a grown ass man, bro. Come on, you my brother. Be my brother.
I mean, TT just asked me to record.
I know. But I'm saying you going over there to tell a 17-year-old girl to go box my mom?
She wasn't coming over there to box your mom. Oh. I told her to box Brooklyn. So if Brooklyn went over there, if Brooklyn said, yo, record this, and Brooklyn slapped shit out of my mama, what you gonna do? What was you gonna do? Like, I'm like this. Hold you, just you. And the refrigerator's my mom, and Brooklyn slapped her. What you gonna do?
End of the day, bro, I just feel like we have a respect thing. You feel me? At the end of the day.
No, listen, I respect your mom.
Because I just feel like you disrespecting my people, bro. What? I'm telling you, nigga. Bro, just chill with all that.
Is it backwards? The beaters?
Nah, not backwards. Not backwards. It's just like...
Nigga, ain't that part supposed to be right here? Brooklyn came and threw some water on me. What am I supposed to do?
Let me guess, you smacked my sister too.
I should have, but I didn't. It's a respect shit.
Real shit. Stop. Chill with that shit, nigga. You really wouldn't smack nobody, nigga. Not you trying. Why are you trying to?
I'm saying
I smack shit out of what happened?
Why?
Exactly.
Like, chill.
That's what I'm saying.
Relax. Because we talking about TT and
I know,
Brooklyn,
but
you bringing up my son, bro.
I don't care about
video shit or not. That's
I don't care about that shit, bro. Don't bring up on my nothing. That's what I'm saying, nigga. Nigga, weird ass shit. Stop. Okay. Right. Oh. The nigga. Got your shit. I don't like doing that weird shit, bro. You ain't even do nothing.
What do you want me to do?
You didn't even do nothing. Nigga grabbed me, threw me on the thing. You didn't even do nothing. That was like, bro. Nigga.
I didn't know he was gonna throw you like that.
I didn't know he was throwing me like that either, bro. What the fuck? Bro, you can't. You're fired.
Bruh, Dub
if you know, and you an OG of watching, like, you know what I'm saying, YouTube anyway, Dub has been a professional crash out. So, DEO fan, is that Bruce?
I don't know where to go in here.
Bruce dropping him off, fan?
Oh, we gotta go upstairs.
It's crazy how everybody got beef with Bruce. When they used to be cool with that nigga.
Go upstairs.
This shit getting crazy, nigga. It be getting toxic out of nowhere, bitch. DDG really be having bodyguards. His brother, bitch. His brother protect us, kid ass. They ain't finna let the bag up either, shit. The fuck?
Where you going? I wanna go upstairs. I wanna go upstairs. Okay. All right, y'all.
Damn, they gotta be stupid as hell to run up on DDG with all these security and people around it. No, cap. They had that big ass nigga in the black. Why you even body flip that nigga?
Good. You going to the game right now? I'm gonna walk up. Huh? You in the basketball game? I'm not. I'm finna go to this pool party. Okay, see something. Oh, good, man. Got your number, game. All right, bet. All right, I just did a circle on Ore Farm. That's all I came here for, yeah. I have no service. I might just sit in front of the car. So, I mean, you don't want to try to leave out here? We can leave out, like, and then go upstairs. Yeah. So I did a mask on. I know it did a big ass circle. Alright, come this. Let's go like. Oh, she looked at me like that. Let me cut through here, bro. What up, bro?
All these niggas at this bitch inbound, and somebody gonna try to press that nigga. And DDG clipped it on YouTube and probably on social media platforms. It's crazy.
I don't even know where to sign it at, bro.
Oh shit! Damn! We're gonna have to catch the real fight. I got this one recorded. Dub is a professional crash out.
Where's that going? Where that shit go? Wait, bro, where's that? Yeah, nigga, you straight. Nah, he got a hand. Nah, he got a hand. bro. What's the Oh, you want to put this hat on? That nigga.
Damn, the dub keep his hat on? No. I was gonna say the dub keep his hat on? Hell no.
Come on, man. Let's get up out of here. Let's go, bro. Let's go.
Damn, professional crash out, bitch.
We gotta go.
The 12 coming that bitch. Boy! Dub is mad as hell. I mean, hey, you ain't gonna knock off my bag.
Sometimes niggas gotta get their ass beat, man. That's just what it be, man. Y'all can't see it. Y'all gonna see that all over the internet later on.
Yeah. Damn.
I told. Could have sworn we told. Like, I gotta hide it. Other don't see it on other, but like. Yeah, I know somebody took my fucking hat. Wood put his hands on me, boy. What? I was waiting. I just can't do nothing off rip because, you know, that shit be bad for me.
Lawsuits and shit. Cause ain't the dude talking about suing Dub?
DreamCon day 2 done.
The nigga talking about suing Dub.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. You was doing that. You was doing that, boy. That nigga tiny.
Catch me out the end. I ain't gonna lie. Nigga blindsided.
Are they both was fighting?
Grab me. I hit the. So then I'm like, bro, what the? It was like a large crowd. And security grabbed me. I'm like, bro.
One nigga though. Nah, that nigga. I see Tiny sleep, dog. Boy, I'm like, damn.
Are you sleeping?
That nigga had me up. Nigga said that shit like 10 times.
You wanna go back towards the?
Damn, that shit crazy. Gotta have
Here's
to
how to never have to.
I got sent. This recording? Is this recording? No, what you say? Doodle, Harvey. I got sent. Wait, no, just real quick. We gotta go. Somebody come there. They take come. What you say? We gotta go. What you say? Doodle, Harvey. Like I. No recording. No recording. No recording. No recording. No, that's my brother, nigga. Watch out, watch out. Oh! Damn! See a nigga like me, if Dub slammed me, I'm suing the fuck out this boy for everything he got. Now I'm just playing, but yeah, I'm a sue the though. I would have got a bag off Dub, boy. But I would have been laying on that floor 2 days later.
Shout out to Drama Authority. Let's get into it. The text messages. These are text messages between Halie Bailey and DDG. I heard that DDG was winning in the little lawsuit filing, but I don't know.
Anymore. Maybe it's better if I'm not here. And neither is Halo. That's the message rapper and YouTuber DDG claims Halie Bailey sent him, just months after giving birth to their son. Now, he's in court, fighting
DDG
for
files a restraining order?
accusing the Little Mermaid star of being mentally unstable, tracking his car with hidden devices, and putting their child in emotional danger. But Halie? She's got her own story, one that paints DDG as the aggressor, the manipulator, The man who once chipped her tooth in a heated argument. The truth?
Which is all
It's
cap.
murky. But what's crystal clear is this. Their love story has spiraled into one of the messiest custody battles Hollywood has seen in years. Once upon a time, DDG and Halie Bailey were the odd couple fans couldn't stop watching. A rapper and YouTuber known for streaming and skits. And an ethereal R&B singer, one half of Chloe X Halie, and, let's not forget, Disney royalty thanks to her role as Ariel. Their romance started with skepticism. Critics called it clout chasing. Others labeled it doomed. But for a while it worked. Halie looked happy. DDG looked smitten. Their red carpet appearances were full of giggles and hand holding.
So the white is
They posted
Halie,
TikToks, shared couple
blue
pics,
is
publicly
DDG.
flirted. Then, in 2023, the rumors began. Halie was pregnant.
You talking about taking
She
herself
denied
out?
it at first, dodging questions and hiding her stomach. But by December, their son Halo was born.
Dang, she was stalking that
everything
nigga.
changed. Parenthood is tough for anyone. But for Halie and DDG, it became a battleground. Insiders say that almost immediately after Halo's birth, communication between the two fell apart. DDG claimed Halie wouldn't let him see his son. Halie claimed DDG was emotionally unsafe, but neither of them was prepared for the legal war that would follow. DDG had had enough. He went to court and filed an emergency motion for sole custody.
Oh,
And
so
that's
you're
when
trying
the
to custody the whole
allegations spilled
kid.
out.
Ooh.
In his court documents, DDG alleges that Halie secretly placed AirTags on his cars to monitor his movements. She once took his firearm
Bitch,
while
crazy.
pregnant and wandered off without telling him. She attempted to end her pregnancy without his knowledge. And after Halo was born, she became mentally unwell,
She's
unable
crazy.
to care for their child safely. DDG even provided screenshots of alleged texts. One chilling message read, "If you don't want to be with me, I'll disappear for good, and I'm taking Halo with me." Another text, "Maybe you'll be happier without us. Maybe we're the problem." For DDG, this wasn't just drama. It was danger. He asked the court to block Halie from leaving the country, fearing she'd take Halo to Italy and never come back. But this isn't a one-sided story.
'Cause she's
Halie
getting fucked on
Bailey
in
has
Italy.
accused DDG of abuse too, and her allegations go back even farther. In 2023, Halie told close friends that during an argument, DDG got so aggressive that he allegedly slammed her head into the steering wheel of a car, chipping her tooth. He denies this.
Oh, cap.
According to DDG, Halie leapt from the back seat to hit him during a heated moment. He claims her momentum carried her forward and she hit the steering wheel, not him. To back his side, DDG included photos of his own injuries, including a deep gash on his hand he says was caused by Halie during an altercation. In short, this isn't just a custody
putting her
case.
hands on
It's
him.
a
That's crazy.
she said showdown laced with emotional
Man, I ain't finna
trauma,
fight no bitch.
conflicting stories,
I'll
and a
protect
very
myself,
public unraveling
but-
of two people who used to be
Nah, I don't
madly
get
in
that
love.
good.
So why the emergency court filing? It all comes down to Italy. According to DDG's lawyers, Halie made last-minute plans to fly out of the country with Halo, allegedly without informing
She was
DDG
getting
or securing
fucked.
legal permission.
She was going to go see a
Panicked.
nigga and get
He
fucked in
feared
Italy.
she
Why
might
she was going
vanish
to be
with their
gone for like,
child.
what, 2
and
3
given
months?
the texts and prior behavior he described in court, he believed there was a legitimate
Damn.
psychological and emotional risk if she were allowed to leave. That's why he filed to stop her, and also to ask for sole legal and physical custody of Halo. If that's not granted, then he wants all custody handoffs to happen through a third party so the two no longer have to interact. As expected, the internet has split right down the middle. Team DDG says he's a concerned father being villainized for trying to protect his son. They argue that Halie's behavior, if true, shows instability and erratic decision-making. Team Hala sees something very different. A man trying to wrest control by painting a black woman as hysterical and weaponizing her emotional vulnerability. Some have pointed to Halie's private nature, noting how reluctant she was to even announce her
If you ever
pregnancy.
been a man
They say she's being backed into
in
a
some shit like
corner
this,
and
bruh,
publicly shamed. Others
you gotta
say
move
DDG's past
wisely.
beefs and history of online clout
Because
chasing
one
is
little
proof that he knows
misstep,
exactly how to
these females
manipulate a
can ruin
narrative.
your whole life.
Meanwhile, industry insiders are reportedly begging both
Bigoted
sides to
perception.
settle this
Fuck all that
quietly.
shit.
because the PR fallout is already impacting their careers. Caught in the middle of all of this is a child. DDG says his priority is protecting Halo. Halie says hers is doing the same. But when both parents believe the other is dangerous, what happens next? A judge will decide. The emergency hearing was filed on Wednesday, June 4th, and a ruling could come as early as next week. If the court sides with DDG, Halie could temporarily lose custody or be blocked from traveling internationally. If the court sides with Halie, DDG's accusations could be dismissed as speculative or even retaliatory. No matter the outcome, this case raises major questions. Should emotionally charged text messages be grounds for custody loss? When both parents allege abuse, how does the court determine truth? Can celebrity status and the pressure of public image make things worse for the child involved? Here's what we do know. DDG has officially filed for sole custody of Halo. He has asked for Halie to be blocked from taking the child out of the U.S. He submitted screenshots of messages and injury photos to support his case. Halie has not publicly responded to these newest filings, but has a history of accusing DDG of aggression. Both parties maintain that they are the one acting in the child's best interest. And here's what we don't know: whether those text messages were real, exaggerated, or misunderstood. What really happened in the car that day, and whether this will end quietly or explode into something far more permanent. What do you think? Nigga. Is this a father protecting his son, or a calculated attempt to take control? Is Halie being unfairly painted as unstable, or are there warning signs being ignored? Let us know in the comments. And if you've ever seen a celebrity custody battle this explosive, hit that like button and subscribe. Because this story is far from over. This has been Drama Authority, where the truth is stranger than the headlines.
It could be an uproad battle. Shout out to Star Hush. Let's get into it, man.
Me up, right? I never got over.
2 wrongs don't make a right. At the
cheated on me. What? On a break. She did something.
Cheated on a break.
But it was just the dude. It was with me up, right? I never got over.
2 wrongs don't make a right. At the time, I felt that it did. I was like, she's done all this stuff to me. Like, I don't get anymore.
Just finished the 3rd one for the night, boy. I'm a goddamn Daisy. Goddamn. Is what I is.
Welcome back to Star Hush, where the tea never cools and the drama just keeps spilling. Now listen, this ain't just some regular celebrity breakup. This is a full-blown saga. We're talking fairy tale twists, heartbreak plots, and a cast straight out of Hollywood and hip-hop. It's a tangled web starring a Disney darling, a YouTube-turned-rapper, an influencer in the middle of the storm, and an ex who's been warning the internet for years saying, "I told you so." Let's get one thing straight. Halie Bailey. Yes, that Halie. The voice behind Part of Your World, the girl who had us weeping in movie theaters. She's now at the center of one of the wildest celebrity situations of the year. Court filings, leaked texts, and emotional breakdowns. The internet can't keep up. And according to her own words, this wasn't just heartbreak. DDG didn't just break her heart. He shattered it, then tossed it, stomped on it, and passed it off like it meant nothing.
When you getting cracked down.
Another woman named Lala Baptiste.
On a break.
But just when you thought it couldn't get more tangled, boom! In steps none other than Ruby Rose, DDG's former flame. And trust, Ruby is not just some ex popping in for attention. Nah, Ruby came with cold, hard receipts. She was warning everybody over a year ago with screenshots, suspicious DMs, emotional scars, and straight-up messages. And still, folks turned the other way. Now, her silence is screaming louder than ever, and the court docs DDG just dropped. They're starting to line up with every warning Ruby made from the start. And guess what? It gets deeper, because Ruby doesn't just have history with DDG. She's got old beef with Lala too, and we're gonna get into that in just a second. So now, what we're dealing with isn't just messy, it's a full-blown digital drama storm. And in the eye of it all, a little baby boy named Alo. Let's break this all the way down, because this ain't no regular argument. This was the moment everything blew wide open. The cheating accusations came in like a sucker punch, and the screenshots. Wild doesn't even cover it. Picture this, it's late at night, March 21st, 2024, and Halie's heart is clearly in free fall. She allegedly sends a message to DDG that hit like a siren. "I just found out you were with Lala in Mexico. I'm going to end everything tonight. I hate you forever. You can have her and let her be his mom." Now hold up. That message, That wasn't just emotional, it was raw, full of pain, and clearly sent in distress. Spelling errors, panic, full meltdown vibes, it had everything. That one message is now just one of hundreds that DDG's legal team submitted in his emergency custody filing. But it was that last line that lit social media up like fireworks. Because Lala Baptiste wasn't just some random woman, she was reportedly Halie's biggest insecurity. A content creator, once close to DDG, and someone Halie allegedly never felt comfortable about. And this wasn't brand new tension. Sources say this had been simmering for over a year. Now DDG came online trying to shut things down real quick. He tweeted, "Just to clear the air, I've never been romantically involved with Lala, not in Mexico, not ever. Stop spreading that rumor." But the internet? Too late. The damage was already done and people were reacting fast. Some rallying around Halie, others concerned about her mind health. Thing is, from Halie's perspective, this wasn't some baseless rumor. Lala really was in Mexico at the exact same time DDG was. She was chilling with the same crew, popping up in photos at the same pool parties. It looked way too sketchy. And for a relationship already battling jealousy, trust issues, and emotional breakdowns, that was it.
He liked the
moment the
light-skin
glass
hoes.
shattered. Lala tried to step in and calm things down, but the storm was already spinning too fast.
People already have this narrative because it's just hard to believe that a guy and a girl can be friends. Like, it's hard to believe that me and him or any other guy and girl can just strictly be platonic friends, okay? But nothing has ever gone on past that, ever. Me and Daryl's relationship has always been strictly, started off as business. Obviously, if you know, you know. Like, he put me onto YouTube, started off there, grew into a friendship, has always remained platonic.
Lala didn't pull the typical influencer move. She wasn't defensive, she wasn't performative. Instead, she came off like somebody just straight up drained. She actually admitted that Halie reached out to her during the whole Mexico mess, and they had a real convo.
Man,
private,
reporters
long, and deep
can fuck
enough
up
to
a
try
whole
clearing the
relationship.
air.
She hit me up, she reached out to me, we had a long conversation about it, things were cleared up, and rightfully so. Like, I didn't even feel any type of way when I found out when she hit me, because I understood. I 100% understood. Like I said, I've been in that position.
But here's where things got murky. Lala never actually said whether what Halie feared was true or not. No denial, no confirmation, just that she could understand the paranoia. That's it, which honestly left more questions
So
than
who
answers.
cheated first?
But this wasn't just about being jealous. Halie was clearly overwhelmed and furious. She was done. The leaked messages from her to DDG hit like a wrecking ball. In one text, she wrote that she'd been crying nonstop, that she felt like she was drowning, and said he didn't care one bit. "I hate you. You are the most horrible person I've ever met. You hate me and want me to. I will because of you. Me and your son are alone. You don't care about us anymore. You never did." That pain, it was screaming through the screen. DDG's reply, "This literally makes no sense. But maybe it did make sense. Maybe it made too much sense. Because at the core, this wasn't even really about Lala. Lala was just the face of every insecurity Halie couldn't shake. Everything she thought she could never be. And guess what? Ruby Rose warned her, and not just her, she warned everybody. Back in 2023, Ruby exposed DDG for sliding into her DMS while he was full-blown committed to Halie. She posted, "This is why I'm single." People clowned her back then, calling her bitter, messy, even desperate. But now, her screenshots, pure gold. Her silence these days, even louder than any tweet. Because those old DMS, they're now pieces of a much bigger puzzle. A whole custody war, restraining orders, and a baby caught in the storm of heartbreak and accusations. And while Ruby's name doesn't pop up in the court docs, her presence lingers like a shadow. Because deep down, she already knew exactly what Halie was walking into. Rewind it real quick. Back in 2021, Ruby and DDG were already a wild roller coaster. On again, off again, scandal-filled and loud with drama.
Cheated on me. What? On a break. She did something. That's cheating, I'm not gonna. But it was just the dude that was with that me up, right? I never got over it.
Let's be real for a second. Ruby Rose is the one who really put DDG in the spotlight. Image-wise, she had him looking like he belonged at the Met Gala instead of a YouTube vlog. She had the look, the buzz, the crowd, and the influence. And behind the glam, she might have had bruises too, allegedly. Back in 2021, Ruby posted some serious tweets that had fans shook. One of them said, "He hurt me, then cried. I stayed. No woman deserves to be in love and afraid at the same time." She didn't name drop DDG, but the internet played detective real fast, especially after she posted a pic showing a bruised arm. The timeline lined up with her breakup with DDG, and people started connecting those dots with bold ink. When DDG moved on to Halie, fans were shocked. From club nights to walking the red carpet at Disney premieres, the man went from vlogger vibes to A-list real quick. But Ruby, she was watching everything from the sidelines. And the minute DDG tried acting like some kind of fairy tale boyfriend, Ruby pulled that curtain down. In early 2023, Ruby shut the internet down when she exposed a DM from DDG that said, "You still in LA?" And this was while he was still officially with Halie. When she called him out, folks at first tried to drag her as messy, saying she was chasing clout. But then, she dropped something heavier, a screenshot of a threatening message from DDG after she exposed the DM. "I get you mad, but I'm telling you, Ruby, I'm not Lala. I'm gonna ruin your whole career. Don't do it to yourself." That's what the message said. Real intense, real targeted. Ruby had already lived through the gaslighting, the cheating, the late night drama, and now, a whole year later, Halie was living the same story, almost word for word. But the wildest part, Ruby never gloated. She didn't run to blogs. She didn't say, "I told you so." She went quiet, and that silence was powerful, because when Halie finally filed that restraining order and dropped those receipts, bruise pics, a chipped tooth, text showing some intense arguments, it was like watching Ruby's story all over again. Back when Ruby was tweeting those red flags, Halie probably thought it was just a bitter ex-talking mess. But now, it's clear. It wasn't a mess. It was a warning. And now that there's a baby in the picture, that changes everything. If Ruby were to speak now, it wouldn't be out of pettiness. She'd be standing with Halie, not out of spite, but because she knows what survival looks like. And get this, the drama don't end there. Ruby and Lala got history too. Plot twist time. Back in 2021, Ruby was dating rapper Lil J. It was already a mess. But when that ended, Lala popped out with him real fast. Like blink and they coupled up fast. And guess what? Lala and Ruby used to be cool. So folks started whispering that Lala was already sneaking around with Jay before the breakup even hit public. Ruby wasn't quiet about it either. She fired off a shady tweet calling Lala a snake and unfollowed her everywhere. Lala eventually confirmed it herself. Yep, she did snatch Lil J right after Ruby, and she did it on purpose. She admitted it was payback.
Wrongs don't make it right. At the time, I felt that it did. I was like, she's done all this stuff to me. Like, I don't give a anymore.
Yeah, so let's be clear. Lala said she never got romantic with DDG this time around. But even so, can you imagine what it must feel like for Ruby Rose watching all this mess unfold? Seeing Lala right back in the middle of another chaotic moment tied to DDG and Halie. It's giving deja vu in the worst way, and you can tell Lala felt the flames.
Her ex-boyfriend, I was dating the guy. We didn't know each other, but there's a narrative that like, oh, every guy she was with, I just and that I just want to clear that narrative up. Right. That is not true. And just like behind the scenes, there were so many things that we did to each other. Like it just got to a point we were always on and off. Like we were damn near in a toxic relationship.
In her recent post where she denied anything was going on with DDG, she still made sure to say that she's done with all the messy drama, that she's not that girl anymore. But the internet never forgets. And Ruby, she never deleted a single receipt. What makes this whole thing hit even harder is that it's not just drama, it's betrayal. Real, deep betrayal. Ruby actually tried to protect Halie. She dropped warnings, screenshots, and history, but Halie didn't want to hear it. She even called Ruby the devil back then, trying to brush off the messages as bitterness. And now, Ruby's name just keeps floating back into the courtroom like a ghost that refuses to rest. Someone on X even tweeted, DDG also hurt Ruby Rose. She really tried to warn Halie. What happened to her isn't her fault, but you gotta accept people for who they are. If another woman tells you he hurt her, why think you'll be treated different? And that tweet hit home. In a way, Ruby feels like the blueprint to all of this, like she already lived the story, and now it's just playing on repeat with Halie. It's giving prophecy vibes, because now DDG is doing the same thing he allegedly did to Ruby. He's painting Halie as unstable, paranoid, emotionally out of control, and it's all part of his custody battle. That's right. On May 29th, 2024, DDG walked into a Los Angeles courthouse and filed for emergency custody of his and Halie's baby boy, Halo. His claim? That Halie is emotionally unwell, unsafe, and their son needs to be protected. And he didn't walk in empty-handed. He came with over 160 pages of screenshots, texts, photos, and even some alleged voice notes. That's why all these wild texts are now going public, because they're straight from the court filing. DDG says Halie sent hundreds of emotionally charged messages, threatened to harm herself and their son, destroyed his stuff, and even got physical during some heated moments. He's painting a picture of a woman unraveling, someone overwhelmed by jealousy, heartache, and betrayal. In one of the texts, Halie allegedly wrote, "You flirt with every other girl in the world but me. Go back to the ones you used to love. That's what you want. You never wanted someone like me." And it doesn't stop there. According to DDG, Halie once showed up at his house uninvited. And get this, she allegedly tracked his car using a Hello Kitty pet tracker. That's wild. He also claims she left voicemails that sounded threatening, slashed up his clothes, and damaged his car during what he calls an emotional outburst.
He is fighting back by saying, and she has violence issues or she has health issues.
So now let's talk about how things hit the courtroom like a wrecking ball. DDG came out swinging, claiming he wasn't just stressed. He was scared for both himself and baby Halo's safety. In his restraining order filing, he said Halie posed a serious emotional and psychological risk to their little one, pointing to repeated threatening messages she allegedly sent during emotional spirals. Even more shocking, DDG claimed he believed Halie might actually take Halo away without warning. According to him, she's threatened to disappear with the baby in the past, refused to cooperate on parenting decisions, and used their child as a way to emotionally manipulate him. So, DDG asked the court to give him immediate full custody, requesting that Halie only get supervised visits until she could get some psychiatric help. But the judge, they didn't hand him the win just like that. No full custody granted, not yet anyway. The court scheduled a full hearing, and just when DDG thought he had the final word, Halie Bailey walked into that courtroom like she was on a mission. The curls were bouncing, the vibe was icy, and the message was clear. She's not that quiet, sweet girl from Disney anymore. She came ready for battle. On June 3rd, Halie fired back with her own filing. She requested a restraining order against him and asked for full temporary custody of baby Halo. And this wasn't a fairy tale clapback. This was a woman fed up with the games. She claimed DDG had been spiraling for years, and she only stayed quiet to protect her family. But now, silence was over. She dropped photo evidence of bruises, a chipped tooth, busted up phones, and even holes in the wall. And then she broke down the incident that had everyone clutching their chest. According to Halie, it went down earlier this year. She says she caught DDG texting other girls again, and when she called him out, things turned ugly real quick. Halie said, "At one point, Daryl was pulling my hair. He then slammed my face into the steering wheel, and that's how my tooth got chipped." She said the pain was so bad she stopped fighting back. But the part that had people silent, she said she stayed. "I wanted to believe he loved me. I wanted my son to have a full family." Another time, she said she was trying to leave the house with baby Halo, but DDG blocked her way. She was holding Halo in her arms, and he started yelling and calling her names. I was nervous about him taking the baby like that. I didn't feel safe at all, and he wouldn't even tell me when he'd bring him back. That moment was her breaking point. That's when she started keeping records of everything. Her words, "I wasn't unstable. I was scared. Period." And remember that AirTag situation DDG mentioned? He made it sound like some stalker-type behavior, but Halie gave the real reason. She admitted to using the tracker, but said it wasn't about him. It was about her baby. He took Halo and disappeared for hours. I didn't know where my son was. Any mother would have done the same.
Hell no.
Now about those texts where she told DDG he could have full custody, she didn't deny them. Instead, she explained she was exhausted, mentally drained, and dealing with postpartum depression. With zero help or support. I was overwhelmed, but I never meant it. I love my son more than anything.
Crazy the bitch.
But now, here's where it goes from serious to flat out petty and painful. DDG claimed he was the victim of property damage, but Halie didn't try to duck it. She admitted she snapped. And why? She says it happened after he called her a crazy girl, mocked her postpartum body, and told her she wasn't attractive anymore. That disrespect pushed her past her limit. There's always these boys out here commenting on women's bodies like they perfect when they're not even close, she said. But it gets nastier. Halie backed up her words with receipts, screenshots showing DDG texting other girls while she was feeding. That was the final straw. She found some lingerie in his bathroom, and it wasn't hers, left behind by one of the same girls from his Instagram comments, no doubt. DDG's been double tapping on every baddie's photo like it's his job, then turning around talking about he's all about family. The cheating may not be confirmed, but the disrespect, That was coming through the Wi-Fi like a siren. Now folks are looking around asking, where the support at? Where's Chloe? Where's Mama Bailey? Where's the tribe? This ain't just about a breakup anymore. This is full-blown family business. The fans are begging for Chloe Bailey to show up strong, the R&B powerhouse, red carpet slayer, and Beyonce's golden protege. If anybody knows what Halie's been fighting behind the scenes, it's her big sister. Chloe's known for being loud and loyal when it comes to Halie, always defending her, always holding her down, so don't be surprised if she slides in with a subtle message, a post, a lyric, a photo with a hidden caption, and boom, the whole internet breaks down. Mama Bailey, she might just throw out a heart emoji or a quick "we got you," and that alone could send this drama into overdrive. This isn't just some messy love story anymore. It's turned into something way deeper. Now it's about protection. It's about truth. It's about who really has Halie's back when the cameras shut off and the lawyers stop talking. So what did the court decide? Well, nothing wild yet. The judge denied both of their emergency requests for full custody. Instead, the court ordered them to go to co-parenting therapy and keep baby Halo with Halie for now. Technically, it's still joint custody, but don't think DDG is letting go. Nope. He already told the court he's pulling together more receipts, video footage, screenshots, and even claims that he's got clips of Halie allegedly yelling around Halo. He claims she made serious threats too. It's starting to look like a document dump in real time. When you can't win clean, you overload the court. And that's exactly what both sides are doing. They both claim they just want what's best for Halo. But let's be honest, from the outside, this ain't a co-parenting plan. It's a whole custody showdown, more dramatic than a reality TV finale. Red carpets, record deals, YouTube clout, all flying like wigs on a reunion special. And right in the middle, baby Halo, a child caught in a storm of court filings, news leaks, and bitter fights. But let's pause for a second and get real. This whole thing, it wasn't love. This was emotional warfare, dressed up in designer diapers and photo op family pics. See, DDG didn't want a grown woman. He wanted a fan in a size 2 frame with no voice, no pushback, and no boundaries. Someone to adore him and never question his moves. And Halie, she wanted love. But what she got was control on a deluxe level. Let's break that down. He joked about her postpartum body, tried to pressure her into dropping the baby weight fast, and made shady comments online while giving family man energy for the cameras. Meanwhile, he was still out here liking thirst traps and playing both sides. What's worse is the quiet ways he tried to chip away at her confidence. Control isn't always loud. It's in those moments where someone pretends they're the victim while gaslighting the person they're hurting. DDG flexed online while Halie was just trying to heal, take care of her baby, and figure out what happened to the man she thought she loved. Now DDG is out here posting like he just played checkmate, flexing like he won some kind of game. Meanwhile, Halie's behind closed doors, holding back tears in the mirror, covering up bruises, asking herself, is this what motherhood's really supposed to feel like? The double standards are wild. Let a man cheat and suddenly it's, oh, he made a mistake. But let a woman cry on IG and suddenly she's labeled unstable, unfit, or too emotional. That's what they do. Really? DDG even dropped a song called Famous, where he made it clear he didn't want Halie doing a scripted kiss for her career. Just a scene, not real feelings. But then, he's out here in DMs, hard-eyeing Instagram models and texting random girls like it's a sport. And when Halie was just trying to be a present mom and protect her peace, nobody said a word. But the moment she shared her truth, now she's spiraling? Nah. She was drowning in silence, dealing with postpartum anxiety, betrayal, and fake love. I'm always gonna say this, all while pretending things were picture perfect.
Beat down,
someone that I love,
hurting you.
Oh, and how did you do that?
I cried every day.
Oh,
till I stopped
hit
feeling
on the back.
Oh, don't say that. Come on.
And let's not ignore the power dynamic here. While DDG was dropping slick captions and pushing legal filings like sponsorship deals, Halie was the one stuck wiping up the mess. Her silence? They used it against her. She didn't post fast enough. She's dodging truth. She did post.
Because she
she's
ain't got
playing
nothing to
victim.
talk
Like,
about.
make it make sense.
Let's talk about
People
it.
keep asking, why didn't she leave sooner? But let's be real. We've all stayed somewhere longer than we should have, hoping that maybe, just maybe, the sweet version of them would come back. But sometimes, that version was never real. It was an illusion, a mask, a fantasy. So now we really gotta ask some things. Was this ever love? Or was it just control dressed up in cute captions and designer matching fits?
Let's be honest.
Did Ruby Rose try to warn the next girl up? and get dragged for it? And did DDG actually want his family back, or did he just want to win the internet? And the real question that matters most, who's protecting Halo in all of this? I need to hear what you're thinking. So hit that like, drop a comment, and don't forget to subscribe for all the real breakdowns, no filters. Let me know if you think this was love or manipulation wrapped in clout. And of course, stay locked in for the next one, because we ain't just spilling tea over here. We're exposing the whole kettle, my stars and hushers.
Yeah. Turn up.
Now this is getting real toxic, because the thing about this is we got beating and harassment issues, stalking issues. We got people fighting over who got custody over the kid. We got a whole bunch of drama, messages popping out. Bruh, it's like, bruh, like I said, man, when you around a lot of hoes, it can kind of blind you from the fact of the person who you're really with. When a bitch is around a lot of niggas, bruh, off the bat, a nigga gonna already try to press your girl. It don't matter who you with. You gonna be Michael B. Jordan, bitch. You know what I'm saying? That girl gonna get piped out if she feeling the opportunity is right and it meets her needs and she can get more out of it. Now, a lot of times, some do get revenge doing that, like fucking, which I feel like both sides does that, but at the same time, when it gets down to the kid who want the kid and filing for custody, it gets so fucking messy and technical, bro, because, you know, the court 9 times out of 10 wants the baby to stay with the mom. But who knows? The DG can make some shit happen, turn up, who knows? But at the same time, we're just praying that Halo and all the family be alright, and hey, they just move on and find new ways, man. We out this bitch. Hood, Northside, big crippin'. Gang, Northside shit, man.
Hey, Dad, you know, dog, when we link up, dog, this shit be legendary. You know this instrumental, you the engineer on it, so Kodak everywhere.